Hello. I should probably look at right there. That's where the camera is. That's where you are. I am filming on my webcam, which is appropriate for COVID-19, right? We're all used to seeing our friends and family and coworkers on a web camera. I don't have a phone right now because I was jogging on the road without my shirt on because I believe that men and women should be able to, or non-binary individuals should be able to have equal rights. And being somebody who identifies as transmasculine, I like to take my shirt off. Like I feel that it's really affirming for me. And if I'm going on a jog and it's just really hot out, it's also just really convenient. So I took my shirt off, was jogging along, being like, great old world, this is a good world. I'm just channeling positivity. And then someone started yelling at me from their car and then hit me, and also I got out of their car, was yelling at me and hit me, and then smashed my phone. And so thankfully nothing was worse, like I'm fine. But gosh darn it, like if that was a movie scene, like that would be the part where in like a movie where the the obstacles are coming at the hero despite their own personal values or whatever, right? So whatever, I kind of knew that kind of thing could happen, and it was me not wearing a shirt. It was like me saying, yeah, I still believe in this, whether you're gonna do that to me or not, and like whatever. So that happened, and then I have been without a phone for like a few weeks. No, actually a month now, which was ironically the amount of time that I dedicated to being off social media and text. So part of me wonders if I didn't I don't know, manifest that somehow. I literally did a spell when I was raising energy one morning, did a circle and did a spell for new beginnings, and my sacrifice was sacrificing social media and text, sacrificing being on my phone for that period of time, which was this month. So I can say that it's been a good thing overall. And also spraining my ankle randomly. I mean, I was just jogging, doing what I do every single day pretty much. I sprained my ankle, so it's also forced me out of my box this month. It's just been a really strange month. I mean, I know that basically Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are all in retrograde right now. So if you're into astrology, you may realize that that would have to do with our love affairs, our work. That would have to do with technology and communications being offline. That would have to do with basically we need to revolution. It has to do with revolution. And these retrogrades that are happening, except for Mercury, are not common. Literally the last time that I can't remember which one it is. I should have looked it up before filming this. But literally the last time that one of them was in retrograde was during the Civil Rights Movement, and one of them was World War II. But also that has allowed kind of like a reset. And I'm assuming that I just did not need to be on the internet right now. Yeah. Even more than COVID-19 has already done, it forced me to go back to the bare bones, the bare basics, and kind of look at my life and what it is and what I've made of it and what I want to make of it in the future. This coming October will be 3 years since I moved to Austin, Texas. And what a 3 years. A crazy time. And it really feels like just the beginning. Like these past 3 years have been sexual exploration, gender identity exploration, religious exploration, joining a coven, making new friends, getting my first, having a job for a year for the first time and rising in ranks in my job, and then going to college for the first time and being vegetarian for the first time. And it's kind of leading me to this moment right now of kind of wanting to discuss and meditate a little bit more on and kind of discuss a little bit more with you intentionally creating your life and intentionally creating your lifestyle and your identity. I mean, I think everyone who moves out and goes to college or moves out into like a completely different environment has to create their lifestyle from the ground up, right? Especially if, like me, you left your old religion behind you and you left your old way of life behind you. I was raised conservative. I was sort of meant to be a wife and mom and like all this traditional Christian path. And since that was not what I wanted, and I even became an atheist in the process of coming out and exploring myself, all of that was put behind me. And then comes the time of, well, what do I want? Of exploration, which is what the college experience is for a lot of people. And I really understand the need for that now, or the role that can play. But yeah, it's such a weird kind of thing to be thinking back on. Like when you've left your hometown or your parents' house or your religion or whatever, and then after that, the stage of construction that comes from reconstructing your lifestyle and your identity. You're eating different. I'm eating differently now. So like, not that I knew how to cook before, but I definitely don't know how to cook vegetarian cuisine. And so that's learning food from the ground up, learning what do I believe about spirituality, allowing time for that to blossom and exploring spiritualities, building that from the ground up, starting to date for the first time and have sex for the first time, and then what kind of a relationship do I want, or what kind of relationships do I want in the future, and building that from the ground up. How do I want those dynamics to work, considering I am a non-binary person, so I don't want to be in the male or the female role in a relationship. Ethics, how you shop, how you live, as long as you have a really staunch creative mind and for creative solutions to problems, and you have a really, really curious mind, you want to find out how to make the best life for you, then you'll kind of come out of this chaotic exploratory period with something. It felt so hard, like the first year and a half, just constructing an identity and a lifestyle and figuring out what I wanted or liked or anything, felt like trudging through really thick mud. But at the beginning it was spite, and in about the middle it was hope that gave me the urge to keep trudging. I was like, I did not fight to get my birth certificate because I didn't have a birth certificate growing up. My parents kind of didn't think it was necessary. They were very off the grid, and that was their plan for me. I did not fight for my life and my right to choose a good life to be miserable. And I was like, this patriarchal society and this thing that's held me down, this anxiety and all these things that have held me down for so long, I did not fight to get out of these, to not live my best freaking life. So and I'm like, fuck everyone who tries to, say women can't do what they want with their lives and can't have a career, and fuck everyone who says trans people don't matter and who tries, like, I'm gonna fuck them over by being happy. By being happy in this fucking life. Because reprogramming your mind, that's something that was a struggle for anyone, but if you don't have those teachers and those guiding forces, in my opinion, it's very, very difficult to get yourself from a dark place to a light place. But it's possible, and I really didn't know that for a few years there, so I really want to be a part of helping other people find that. And I think counseling is a great way to do that, and then also places that deal with people who are in greater need can use psychologists, can use therapists and counselors. So I would love to be in social work, at least for a temporary time. I wasn't always sure if that I could do social work long term because of my own history with mental health. I didn't know if it would be sustainable for me, but I could always do it for a short period of time. That's what I learned about, and then go longer term into psychology, into counseling and therapy. I feel like the biggest thing that's changed in me, or the thing that feels the most different, even though a billion little things have changed, is this just shift of mentality from the single focus of me, Chris, to the larger focus of just helping the world and being a part of it. I think a lot of that came from spirituality. I think a lot of it came from also just socializing more and building community and just having a better sense of connectivity to the people around me, and having to do a lot of things, having to build my lifestyle from the ground up and work really hard for what I wanted. And I know I haven't been through shit compared to like a lot of people, but having to do what I did have to do, which was very, very difficult for me, leads me to realize that I can do anything. I can get through anything, and that there's people out there willing to help me, and then and they have helped me, and that I should be a part of helping them back. Yeah, I can get through a lot more shit than I thought, and that's an exciting feeling. That's a feeling of realizing I don't have to rely on Instagram and social media having a screen between me and other people because of my anxiety, social anxiety, in order to like feel like I have some sort of worth and value and like build up this work from home job where I'm sheltered from people. That does not have to be my reality. It was a very me focused mentality. I thought I had to stay at home and I could be a YouTuber and build this image for myself and make lots of friends, but a lot of that was based on social anxiety. I didn't know how to have conversations and relationships with people in real life, or I just didn't have that opportunity. And I was not practiced at it. I still do think the power of the internet is kind of cool. You can reach more people with videos, and it can be something that you can archive. But now I'm focused on building a good person rather than a good product, which is the biggest mindset shift. Yeah. Oh, it's the reconstruction. Because I would say, I don't know if you're aware, but there's like a deconstruction, like movement, sort of, more like a just group of people who were Christian, but then they started realizing holes in their faith and things they didn't believe anymore, and so then they had to go through the process of deconstructing their faith, which is rough, because when you're losing your whole faith, you're losing the foundation for your house. And it all comes crumbling down. But then there's the process of reconstruction, which is, I guess, what I've been doing over the past year or so, which is, what do I like? What do I want? What do I do? So cool. I kind of want to know, since a lot of people go through this sort of like reconstruction or intentionally developing their life, what are some cool stories or things that you found useful? And I just hope you're all doing great. And keep watching my videos if you want to see the individual aspects of how I created each aspect of my current lifestyle and what I'm excited about. Yeah, until I see you again, always remember that we are epic heroes today and every day of our lives. And I will see you in my next video. Alright, cool. Bye. Love you.